Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about our friend Ella Fitzgerald. Let's get started. So, our friend Ella Fitzgerald was a civil rights activist using her talent to break racial barriers across the nation. She was awarded the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People Equal Justice Award and the American Black Achievement Award. In 1949, a jazz record producer, Norman Granz, hired Ella Fitzgerald for the Jazz at the Philharmonic tour. The tour would target segregated venues, which was just a fancy way of saying that it was venues that had separate seating and separate things that were separated by race and color. Now, Norman Granz required promoters to ensure that there was equal seating. He ensured that Ella Fitzgerald was to receive equal pay and accommodations, regardless of race and being female. If the conditions were not met, shows were canceled. It's a great standard to have, in my opinion. Ella Fitzgerald was called the Civil Rights Crusader, facing discrimination throughout her career. In 1954, her struggle with the Pan American Flight due to racial discrimination got her recognized as the, quote, cultural ambassador, end quote, receiving the National Medal of Arts in 1987 and America's highest non-military honor, which was the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Pretty awesome. I love this photo. Ella and Louis. Gotta love Louis Armstrong singing with his big old mouth smiling and singing. Love it. Anywho, the song we're going to listen to and learn about today is called Let's Call the Whole Thing Off. Now, this song was written by George and Ira Gershwin for the 1937 film Shall We Dance, where it was introduced by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers as part of a celebrated dance duet on roller skates. This song is most famous for its "You like tomato and I like tomato," and other verses comparing British and American English accents. The differences in pronunciation are not simply by region, but serve more specifically to identify class differences. At the time, typical American pronunciations were considered less refined or less fancy, right, by the upper class. And there was a specific emphasis on the broader A sound or ah sound. This class distinction with respect to pronunciation has been retained in characters, which, especially in theater, where the longer ah pronunciation is most strongly associated with the word darling instead of darling. Kind of silly. Now, many artists covered this song. Ella Fitzgerald did her version for Ella Fitzgerald Sings the George and Ira Gershwin Songbook from 1959. She sang it again on the 1983 release, Nice Work If You Can Get It, and again in 1957, singing a duet with Louis Armstrong on Ella and Louis Again. Kind of went backwards on the times, but by herself, I guess, makes sense when you put it together. So anywho, now let's take a listen. It's not a live performance, so I apologize in advance. It's just the audio with their faces on the photo, so or on the visuals that you would be seeing while you're listening. So let's take a listen, and here we go.
Things have come to a pretty pass. Our romance is growing flat. For you like this and the other, while I go for this and that. Goodness knows what the end will be. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. It looks as if we two will never be one. Something must be done.
You say either, I say either. You say neither, and I say neither. Either, either, and either, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Yes, you like potato, and I like potato. You like tomato, I like tomato. Potato, potato, Tomato, tomato, let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you like pajamas, I like pajamas. I'll wear pajamas, give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Oh, let's call the whole thing off. Yeah.
You say laughter and I say laughter. You say after and I say after. Laughter, laughter, after, after. Let's call the whole thing off. You like vanilla and I like vanilla. You sarsaparilla and I sarsaparilla. Vanilla, vanilla, or chocolate strawberry. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you go for oysters and I go for oysters, I'll order oysters and cancel the oysters. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off.
Yes, you say either,
And you say either,
you say neither,
and you say neither,
either,
either,
I neither.
and neither.
Let's call the whole thing off. Oh yes, you like potato,
And you like potato,
you like tomato,
and you like tomato,
potato,
potato,
tomato.
tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
But
Oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. Oh, so if you like pajamas,
pajamas,
I'll wear pajamas.
you got pajamas.
For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing
All right. That sounds lots of fun to listen to. I love listening to Louie and Ella. They're awesome. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed that. It's kind of a silly tune, but they're just having fun with it. So, anywho, thanks for listening along with me and participating, and I will see you next time.